Hi, hey, I'll use the other hand. Hi, how you doing? Will Perry here. Welcome to uh, another day or a video of, and I'm doing this intentionally, of the conversations, keeping the conversations alive. Today, it's like having one hand tied behind your back, and that's why I'm doing this. One hand tied behind your back, and how you still think you can do everything, even though you've got one hand tied behind your back. So, having low self-esteem is like having one hand tied behind your back. What doesn't it affect? What can you do normally, perfectly normally, that even though you've got one hand tied behind your back, what wouldn't it affect? I can't think of anything that it wouldn't affect in some way or other. Yeah, it's going to affect everything. Even sitting down, sitting, it's affecting everything. It affects your life. It affects every aspect. So that's what having low self-esteem is like. It affects every part of you, and it's how you think about you. All right, low self-esteem. Let me go like that. Having low self-esteem. This is or self-esteem is how you think about you. So low self-esteem is how you think negatively about yourself, but because you're so used to thinking about this, it's so ingrained in you, it's so programmed in you, it's so deep that you actually often don't hear it. Even you often just have the feeling, you often experience the self-sabotage, you often hold yourself back but don't know why. You wish you could, but you don't. And actually what's going on in there is you're talking to yourself, but you're talking to yourself the way you've talked to yourself for 1,000 years, and you can't even hear it anymore, but it's so powerful, it's there. So it's how you talk to yourself and about yourself, what your belief system is about yourself. So you still try and do everything absolutely perfectly normal. Everything will be all right. You give it another go. You give it a go because you've had to adapt like this because you've been like this all your life. So it's kind of normal to have a hand behind your back, but you think that you're normal. It's a weird thing. So you try to do things like everybody else. Maybe you try and build a business. So in fact, look, if I just get this, we're generation trapped, and that's what, trapped, if you like, trapped with an arm behind your back. So, see, you can't even point without that. So maybe you're depressed. You try and get through depression. You try and manage your weight. You try not to be a failure. You try your relationships. You try and make money. You try to be have good, healthy self-worth, and you try not to have anxiety. Notice the word try, because what is the implication when I say try? And anybody that knows me will know that it's the implication of failing. I'll try. Yeah, I'll try. Nah, you're going to fail, or you're not going to bother, or you're going to, when somebody says, yeah, I'll try and make that meeting, I'll try and make that appointment, I'll try and give you a call on that day. It's like they're just not bold enough, perhaps, to say no, or they're kidding themselves that. So what we do when we try and be normal, we try and do all those things, try and overcome those things, is we expect to fail. And guess what? We're used to that too, because we've got one hand behind our back, and it's like, well, how can I do it anyway? Can you see how this works? But it works on a subconscious level. So I think that's quite a nice analogy. You're used to failing, and you will fail because you've got one hand tied behind your back, and you think you can adapt. Yeah, or you think it will get better, and maybe suddenly, my hand is free. I was waiting for the day my hand was free. Hoo-hoo, hello hand. But it doesn't happen with self-esteem. So it doesn't. So ping, my self-esteem is back. Phew! I just had to wait long enough. 30 years I've been waiting for that hand to pop up. But that doesn't happen either. It's really annoying. But then it'd be really unpredictable if you just knew you had to wait long enough. So that's not good. That doesn't work either. So you think maybe it'll get better or it'll become free. But what you need to do, obviously, is untie your hand, release your hand. And to do that, you have to do the deeper work on this subconscious pattern that you can't see, that you're not really aware of. You don't know what's keeping it there. And that makes me think of the elephant, the circus elephant. It's so you're so used to it being tied up there that you kind of give up and fail. Sorry if you don't know that. Very briefly, it's the circus elephant. When it's really small, a baby, it's tied up, and it doesn't take much of a rope to tie it up effectively against a post. And it's so used, it flails. Then it learns it cannot escape, and as it grows, it's tethered. Massive elephant, powerful elephant. It's tethered by this small rope. It's like, wow. How can that hold? It could take the whole circus tent down. How can it possibly what's going on? Why isn't it just escape? Because it's been conditioned. It knows that it cannot win against that rope. It's conditioned, so you give up. So that's how this kind of works. So you need to do the deeper work on this level to uncondition yourself, to change that condition and to build a better one. But you need to understand all the stuff, the complexity that's going on in the brain, and there's some work to do there, but we've got it all laid out for you, the work to do. And that's what the pathway is. It's a year-long journey to go unravel all that stuff. Give yourself the understanding, give yourself the awareness, shine the light on the understanding of this stuff. There's the light. And then really identify the mother of all beliefs, consciously change that pattern, and work on consciously. Hit the difficult points, get the coaching, get the accountability, get the pathway to help you overcome that and actually change your path to where you want to go, rather than where you wish you'd or where you'd try to go. So my invitation to you is that if you want to know how I can help, that's what the pathway is. Ask. Start asking. So if you're ready to make that journey yourself, if you're ready to untie your hand, ask. All right, just ask me about this stuff, about the pathway, about the work I do, about the program I've got. Many thanks. Hope you're well. Have an awesome weekend, because it's the weekend now here in the UK. When I'm recording this, it might be a different time. A different time completely when you're watching this. Loves you, boyo. Lots of love. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.